Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore trees. Dream a little dream, me. Say nighty night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you miss me. While I'm alone and blue as can be. Dream a little dream, me. Stars fading, falling around deep. Still break tears. Up to linger till dawn, dear. Just say it. Sweet dreams to some things find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream, me. Stars fading, falling around you. Still break kiss. Up to linger till dawn, dear. Just say this. Sweet dreams to some things find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream, me. Dream a little dream of me. Thank you. Did you like that, lovelies?
That was very awesome. Thank you.
I was feeling to twist. I was feeling to like dance. Honestly, that's very much soothing.
Maybe
Calming.
one of
I saw you more, Shed. You were
yeah.
Yes. And where do you live, Kerry?
I live in Wolverhampton, lovely.
Do you
You'll have
drive?
Yeah, I do. We'll have to do an open mic round of Walsall or somewhere.
Oh yeah.
The reason I was asking, the reason I was asking you that, I have got a device which you can connect with your all three instruments: your computer, your microphone, and your music source music instrument. If that is a recorder, if that is another device, tablet or anything, so you can punch everything together. I'll show you how to do that.
Oh.
Let me find that device out. That is called, I forgot everything. I told you many times that I am on drugs, regulated drugs, so it is killing my this thing. So let me find it out. I'll show you how to do that. Then you can make it more interesting and useful. So
Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Okay, look.
But whatever you did, you made me, how should I say that? It made me to dance. Thank you for giving me that moment.
Yeah, it's all about mindset today. So yeah, it's good to have that mindset that we start the meeting with a good mindset. So I hope I can make that happen for everyone.
Definitely. What has happened to Tsitsi? I don't see her now.
I am a phoenix.
Oh, right. Yeah, I thought you dropped. Anyway, so it's yours now.
Okay. Yeah. So today we're talking about mindset. Mindset is quite a minefield. It's a very, very big word, and it's got so many dimensions to it. But today, decided to make it simple and make ourselves get into it and actually find what mindset is, and then we can develop it and see how it goes. Because I think the second question was like whether it helps or it doesn't, but it does help most of the time. So when we're talking about mindset, it's got three key words. Your thoughts affect your feelings, and your feelings affect your actions. So it's almost like all knitted there. Whatever you're thinking is going to make you feel something, and then when you feel something, you're going to do something. You act out what you're feeling, which you created in your thinking. So I'm going to ask Fari to sing you will know it. It's a very familiar song. Just listen to it and see what it does to you, and then we will explain.
Okay, it's a song by Dolly Parton. I'm not like Kerry, but I'm gonna give it a go. It goes like, island in the stream, that is what we are. No one in between. How can we be wrong? Sail away with me to another world. Then we rely on each other. One lover to another. That's as far as I can go.
Yeah, brilliant. I mean, not taking anything away from you. If you were listening to that song, you could see that Dolly Parton was priming her mindset. Yeah. She had her lover, and there she was priming her mindset to say, we are like an island. So she's starting to even see the island and confirming that that is what they are. No one in between. And she was actually taking control. How can we be wrong? And she's now acting and telling her lover to sail away with her to another world because they belong to each other. That is what the mindset does. You think of stuff, you do stuff, you feel stuff, you act stuff out. This is another one. In case somebody doesn't like Dolly Parton, so we thought we could blend it a little bit. You know, the Beatles, they were struggling in London while they were making their music. But one of them came up with this song. I'm just going to say a few lyrics. I get by with a little help from my friends. Oh, I get high with a little help from my friends. So again, if you look at it, the friends were there, but he needed to prime his mindset to say, okay, these friends can help me and we can get by. I can get by in my day because I've got these people around me. So he's priming his mind and he can get help. The example that I could give on that one is that we've got the phoenixes. So if I'm having a really bad day and I can't get out or I can't feel really well, I can tell my mindset, because in my thoughts, I'm going to have a real bad day, but I can change my mindset and think, I get by with a little help from my friends. So I'm going to phone a phoenix and have a little conversation. We might even end up sitting at a coffee shop having a coffee, and my day has just changed because all I did was use those thoughts to feel and to act, and I end up ending myself a good day. At this point, now that we are into the mindset realm, I would like us to take 3 minutes on each person. You are going to write down or say something. Like, the first thing is one thing that you like about yourself, one thing that you dislike about yourself, and one thing that is interesting about you. Because I was preparing this with Fari, I'll let her go first so that it gives you others a chance to prepare yourselves.
Okay.
It's only 3 minutes, only 3 minutes. You can just say it in a sentence, da, da, da.
Okay. So with me, the one thing that I like about myself is that I have a phoenix in me. No matter what happens to me, I don't stay down. I keep getting up. The day that I'll stop getting up is the day that God decides you've had your time on earth and I'm bringing you up here. But between now and then, I always rise, no matter what confronts me. One thing I dislike about myself is I'm not very good at delegating things. So a lot of times I end up doing everything. And sometimes it appears to people that I'm not really giving them a chance. Or even if it's not that way, it literally means I end up boggled with a lot of things, which is not really good. And the third thing was one thing that is what different. One thing that is
Interesting
what,
about you.
well, one thing that is interesting about me. A lot of people get surprised when I tell them, oh, I was crying a few minutes ago. Oh, I'm talking to you while I'm crying. I have this ability to express my emotions, but still be able to hold a conversation somehow with people. I think a lot of people have said they find that quite interesting. So that's me.
Good. Let's go to you, Mosh. I'm taking liberties calling you Mosh.
Oh my goodness. I always find it difficult to talk about my good and bad. What do I like? I like many things, honestly. The most importantly, I like human interaction very much. They inspire me. They make me feeling. How should I use the sentence? Um, you will understand. Doesn't matter how wrongly I express that. When I mix with a bunch of people, I feel inspired. I feel to talk. I feel living. That is my life. I like company. When I eat, I expect. When I have my meal, I expect I should be surrounded by friends and family. It is very, very difficult for me to eat alone.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like saying like this, but I hate eating alone. And I like to read. I like to know more. I like to be myself. I do not pretend to be something else, someone else. I am what I am. If I make mistakes, I take the responsibility. If I do something good, that inspires me to do even more good. That is
Yeah.
my one side of
I
me.
wanted to answer all three. Now we need to know what is
Interesting.
interesting about you, and then
Um,
what is No, what? Oh, you've said
That's
what you
it.
dislike and what you
Yeah,
like.
yeah,
Now,
yeah.
what is interesting about you?
What is interesting about me? Uh, uh, I met some famous people. That may be one kind of interesting thing, but that doesn't make me famous. I whatever situation I go through, I always see the positive thing. Other side, there is something positive, and I divert my complex situation by doing something I enjoy doing most, such as taking photos, editing those. My house is full of books, and whenever I rearrange my books, that give me some kind of good feeling as well.
I may get from you.
That's
Very
okay. That's
interesting.
good. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah,
Yeah.
good. Next,
Thank you.
Carrie.
Is
Thank
there
you.
any
Carrie,
questions?
Carrie, no, you did your three. That's brilliant. That's good.
Okay. Thank you.
Next,
Thank you for
yeah,
listening.
let's have.
So I like my voice. I've grown to like my voice now. It's taken me a long time to really get to that point where I can say I like my singing voice and I like my speaking voice. I dislike my feet. I hate my feet. They're horrible things. I wish I could chop them off at times. They're horrible. And I think I've got an interesting personality. I'm very dynamic. I'm very interactive with people, so I can jump from conversation to conversation with many different people of all walks of life. So yeah, that's me done.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
Thank
goodness.
you.
Well, one thing I can say, I can never sell myself, whether it's a job, in interview, or anything like that. So I hate interviews, and I hate when people ask me about myself because I don't know what to say.
Sorry.
Yeah,
You're in it.
I don't
You're
know
in
what
it
to say.
now.
I'm saying other people know more about me than I know about myself. So I don't like that.
What do you like about you?
That, what do you like?
What I like about myself is that I can get along with anybody, no matter who the person is. I find I can get along with anybody. A job that I had, for example, a lady I took over from, she could never manage the client, and I was able to manage the client, and she said she can't believe I could manage the client. And then I went somewhere else where somebody is, and she said, "Oh, once Althea can manage, if you can't manage a client, Althea can manage it." So I have a way of getting on with people and managing people. And
what's interesting? What's
there's
interesting
nothing
about you?
there's nothing interesting about me. It's just me. Maybe I can say that I love trying things. I find myself trying to do things, like make things, do this, but I'm never good at any. I'll try. I'm never perfect at anything that I try. So that's what interesting about me, that I'll try to do all kind of things, but I'm like a jack of all trade, master of none.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. I mean, it's just so amazing, just hearing those things, you guys saying things about yourselves. Because basically, when we talk about mindset, it's about building inner strength. But you cannot build inner strength unless you know yourself.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, we can all talk about it and just say, Oh, that is Tsitsi, that is Tsitsi. But is that really me?
Yeah,
There is more that is out there. That is, yeah, but there is more in that lady that we don't know.
yeah. It's like when I go back and look at some articles that I write. I don't think, is it really me that write those? Can't be-
Exactly. So we need that understanding to be able to build our mindset and get stronger, because you can only manage it if you know yourself. So I have a suggestion, a take-home suggestion. Take some time to discover and know yourself. Only then can you recognize the positives and the negative thoughts. Write down what you like about yourself and what you don't like, the bad, the ugly, the everything. Confront it. Ask yourself what you could do to improve or get better at things you don't like about yourself.
Sorry,
Spend some
sister.
time.
You forgot Auntie Catherine and Sister Rose.
Oh, are they on? I didn't realize. Okay,
Yeah.
we have to go back, Auntie Katie. Tell us, yeah, what one thing that you like about yourself, one thing you dislike about yourself, and one thing that is interesting about you. I'm really sorry, guys. I didn't know you had joined.
I was saying good morning, but never your name.
Ah,
Okay. Okay. What I like about myself, I love people. I love people and I like to help people. But you know, sometimes I go on the road and I see people are suffering. I just tell myself, I don't say I should have it. I should have money. I would make a big place and put all of these people in there. And food, you know, I'm just that type person. What I love to myself, I love people. You understand? Yes, and I love to help people. Sometimes I just sorry I don't have it to just help people. You know? Yes. So I love good things about myself. You understand? I have some bad things about myself. Yeah. Because sometimes if I don't like you, I don't talk with you. I don't talk with you. I just pass you if I don't. But if I like you, I will talk with you at all the while. That is myself. Yes.
brilliant. So what is it that you don't like about you?
What I don't like about myself, sometimes I might be a little bit miserable.
Just not miserable about nothing. You
Yes.
miserable. I don't
Sometimes
find you miserable anyway.
Sometimes I'm miserable and we are miserable and miserable with holiness. Yeah. Sometimes when I come myself, then I say, you know, so I shouldn't acquire over that kind of holiness, but just me. Yeah.
Good. So and then what is interesting about you?
What I interested about me, okay.
Yeah.
I love to do work, and I even send some of my work in the group to show you what I do.
Yeah.
I love to sew. Yeah.
Brilliant.
And I love to work. I love to work. I don't love to sit down. I love to work for my own. Yeah.
Brilliant. That's good.
Yeah. And I do sewing, and I will sit down and think about what I can make to make some money. And then, you know, I'll go and buy some material. And right now I'm here, I'm doing some diving suit, diving top for fishing. Yes. And I send some clothes in the group, what I make, like I would make them and sell back the craft market here. and the crab market people buy. So when like guests come down and go to the crab market, they will buy like I make like dress. I make some man short suit and those little things. So I like to do fashion, you know, sit down and think about something in my head. What kind of style? I don't want to make style popular. I want to make something of my own. What do popular with somebody see and like and buy, you know? Yes,
Yeah.
I'm that person.
Brilliant. It's
So I
brilliant.
love that.
Good.
Yes, I love myself for that. And every day I thank God for giving me that gift. I didn't go nowhere to learn to sew. I just get up and start to sew some little something and look on it, and then every day I do it so I can sew. Sometimes people ask me where I go to learn to sew. I say God to give me that skill.
Yeah. Yeah. That's really
Brilliant.
good.
Yeah.
Auntie Kathleen.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
I came in late. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. What is it I love about myself, what I like
Yeah.
about myself?
Yeah.
I am a very strong person. My personality is a strong personality. Where faced with problems, I face them head on. And once I start doing it, I cannot let go. I'm like on the case until I go through it. I'm a family-oriented person. So everything that goes on, once it comes to my net, then it's done. Because I sort of look at it and definitely do something about it. And if I say no, it will be no, because I keep boundaries. I don't want to encroach onto someone's boundaries. I always try to be myself, because the one thing that I've learned as I grow up is I've learned to be vocal when I'm supposed to be vocal, and if I'm not, I'll shut my mouth. When it comes to, okay.
What don't you like about yourself?
Yeah, I always ask myself at the end of it and tell myself that I'm a slow learner. I blame myself when I realized that I was not supposed to do that. I should have stayed away, because I would have done it and get my hands burnt, and then do it again, and I get my hands chopped. And then I ask myself, why didn't I learn the first time that this is gonna hurt me? So I tell myself, I'm a slow learner. I should learn faster, but I would have done it anyway. So I am that person who I'm a family-oriented person, and I also love everyone who comes my way becomes a family to me. And many times I get I'm not a person who gets agitated easily. I don't speak quick. I don't speak loud. I hate someone speaking to me loudly, because I'll get lost. So I don't like it. I don't like it that way. And if I find that I cannot interact with that person, I simply drift away, and I won't interact again. So I think those are my
Something
points.
about you.
Okay.
Cool.
I said, is that
That's
something about you, the last bit that you just said?
interesting bit. Yeah.
Oh, I said on interaction with people, if someone is gonna say something that I find rather not good for me, I withdraw and I won't
Yeah, I
answer.
was just asking if that is what you call the special thing about you. because that's the last question.
The last question is what?
What is special about you?
I'm very confident with myself, especially if I have to go for anything, for any interview or anything. I've actually got jobs in this country without a permit to work, without the right to work. I went and got a job in a very big company. We were 7 of us, and I was the only one of my kind, and I got the job. So when I get somewhere where I need to present my case, I will present it in order and precise.
Brilliant. Yeah, that's really awesome. It's just really what is it? Intriguing listening and hearing you guys speak, because there's just so much depth, there's just so much tea to us, there's so much to each and every one of you. And I will then make the suggestion, like I was saying, that unless I'm okay.
Don't forget
Unless,
yourself.
Oh, you want me? Okay. So one thing I like myself is I have self-control and I trust my intuition. One thing I dislike is that once I've made up my mind, you can't change me. We can agree to disagree, but you can't change me, and I'll speak my mind. And I find that sometimes it rubs with other people's feelings. And one interesting thing about me is that I am a Chelsea football fan.
Ooh, I didn't expect that. Oh my God, that was interestingly surprising.
Yeah, I am no fan of any football team.
Yeah, so I think this is the thing, isn't it? We just need to take some time to discover and know ourselves, like we were saying, because for us to recognize something is not getting on with me, I have to know who I am, I have to know myself, and then I can set my mind whether I'm gonna go with that thing or I don't want it. Because sometimes we find ourselves dragged down the lane and then realize maybe after a long time, what was I doing here? You've been compromised because you have not set yourself. What is it? Who are you? Who are you? Is this for you? Is this not for you? You can quickly pick it up once you know yourself. So I was suggesting that take some time to discover that. Know the things that you like, know the things that you don't like. Put it all down. Don't be afraid. Just spend some time with yourself and do it. Then do it like a sandwich. Look yourself in the mirror and talk to yourself, looking eye to eye. Tell yourself how awesome you are, how clever you are. Yeah, how amazing. List the things that you have done and then tell yourself the things you are not good at. And then tell yourself how you are going to get better at those things that you're not good at. Follow through. If you can't change something, be honest and tell yourself you can't change it. But then find something that you can substitute in place of that. Tell yourself how much you're willing to go and make the changes in your life and be present to set your mindset to meet anything that is thrown at you, because then you have developed that inner power. If you fall, get up, dust yourself, and move on. And remember, time is money.
Sorry.
Don't spend it wasting.
Sorry, guys, to put in, but I'm at work, so I will be popping in and out.
Okie dokie. So, for example, you're given 24 pounds, which is your 24 hours a day. 8 hours you spend sleeping. What are you doing with your 12 hours? Because if you don't spend it, you can't carry it over, unfortunately. So let's build ourselves, let's build this inner power, and let's manage our mindset, because a lot will happen, good, bad, nasty. We need to have a good mindset to face up or decide to leave. This is not for me, or I'll go along with it, or I'll speak up, or I'm not taking part here, I'm not participating, because you don't want to waste your time. And that was mindset in a nutshell. It's now open for discussion. Any questions, any suggestions, anything else that we picked up, we can discuss.
Shall we maybe start with question time, like Q&A, if anybody has any questions from what Tsitsi has just walked us through? Then we can have an open discussion about the whole topic. Does anybody have any questions?
Maybe I can ask, how did it feel being asked those questions? I know Althea did say she doesn't like it talking about herself. How did it feel?
Well, I feel okay, but yeah, it was okay telling you that I don't like talking about myself. And well, yeah, and I'm like Terry. I didn't like us. No, not didn't. I don't like my own voice. Furry knows I don't do videos. I don't like that because I don't like my own voice, listening to my own voice. And that's it.
I think I don't mind people asking me about me, and personally, I don't mind talking about me. I can talk about me until tomorrow. The same way I can talk about anybody I know until tomorrow. I guess I'm just a talker. And I used to be also self-conscious of my voice, like before. I think up until I had the accident, because everybody always used to say I have a very, I have a male-like voice. People say I have a commanding voice. But then when I try to relate that to the person that I know myself to be, it didn't match at all. So that used to just, I found myself first listening to my voice before listening to what I'm saying. And that used to get me muddled. And then I started hating my voice. But when we talk about mindsets, when I had the accident, I then literally did what Tsitsi was talking about, because I realized that time that I could have died and nobody would have really known me, because up until then, I'd lived a life of putting up fronts, doing whatever people, wherever I am, expect me to do or behave or say. So I literally realized if I'd died today in this accident, nobody knew me. So I said to myself, from now on, I'm gonna be me. Some people will like, some people won't like it. Oh, hey, that's that. So yeah, that's when I started actually delving into the mindset, understanding my business.
Very liberating, isn't it?
It is definitely.
Yeah.
So are there no questions? Then maybe we can go into just open discussions. Maybe to maintain the flow of conversations, if one wants to say something, you can raise your hand so that we don't speak on top of each other. Anybody? Yes, Auntie Catherine.
Yeah, I was actually digesting more of their mindset from what Tsitsi just said. That you need to be yourself. You need to know what you want and what you do not like. And if you do not want or like something that you see, be able to point it out and say, this I like and this I don't. But then, if I may ask, there are some situations where you are faced with a situation where you need to think quick and probably say no. But at that point, you find yourself at a compromising situation where you can't say no. What will you do? Do you go with the flow, or you still have to say no?
Can I comment on that?
Yeah, comment, and then I'll come up.
I think, personally, I think whatever you end up doing in that situation is a decision, it's a choice. So you could say to someone, oh, I ended up doing it because I had no other choice. To me, that's choosing to go with the flow. So it's still a choice. Personally, I think there's always a choice. There might be a question of whether it's a good choice or not, but what you actually end up doing is what you're choosing to do. If I may give an example, there are certain religions where people will die for that religion. But if you look at people broadly speaking, someone can say to you, me, I love Chelsea, I'll do anything for Chelsea and blah, 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 blah. And then somebody pushes you in a corner and say that again. And you find yourself saying, actually, no, that is you choosing. I'm not going to die for Chelsea. So it's a choice you're making, isn't it? And yet there are religions where I've seen on the news somebody literally standing in front of danger just to uphold what they believe in, and that's another choice. So that's why I'm saying that there's always a choice. There might be a question whether it's a good choice or not a good choice, but you always have a choice.
Yeah, I think also, yes, some circumstances can try to force you into doing stuff, but like we say, bottom line, you know who you are, you have your values and beliefs, so it's you are going to make a decision at that point in time whether to override yourself and compromise yourself or override your belief at that point in time. Because I think Tony Robbins actually said that if you've got enough inner strength, you are unstoppable. You have self-belief that doesn't depend on circumstances or people's activities or anything, but you have the power still to override whatever it is that you need to do. Because if it's a question of life and death, you don't want to die, you can override that, and then the next day you go back to yourself. But it's just being in the moment, isn't it? What then ends up being mindfulness, which is another topic.
Yeah. As you say, I'm not. I'm just putting my hand up at the moment. In the meantime, just say it's a matter of life and death. Yeah, it is, because you can hold a belief when you're in your safe zone and said, "Oh, I'll die for the blah 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 blah." When you face to face with danger, that's when you're gonna think again. You know, because as I said, dying a horrible death is hard. That would be like dying a horrible death, because you're gonna feel the pain, and nobody likes
come back.
pain.
You don't come back.
No, and you don't come back. So, you know, it's a difficult one. It is.
I have a question. So when you say when it's a matter of life and death, it's a one. Does that mean then that you're afraid of dying?
I said a horrible death
Are you
because of the pain.
horrible?
Yeah,
With me,
because people gonna hold a knife to your throat or a gun to your head. That's gonna be a horrible death.
also, with when I said a matter of life or death, I was like, is it worth dying for?
Right. And then again, the fear alone is yeah.
I think then the difference between what you said and what Tsitsi is saying is reasoning out why you're doing what you're doing. Is it worth me dying for this? Or can
Yeah.
I just, am I just going to surrender to death, even
Yeah,
though it
yeah, but it comes back to the same thing. It's a matter of life and death. When you say, I will die for such and such, and then in the end you can't, when it comes face to face, you still have to weigh up the decision.
Personally, I don't know. I think I'm a very weird human being. I'm not afraid of dying.
It's not a matter of saying you're not afraid of dying, but I'm saying.
No, I'm
horrible.
not saying what you're saying is wrong. I'm just
Yeah.
reflecting on myself, like we're doing this inner digging into yourself.
Yeah, that's why I'm not gonna say I'll die for just about anything. Like
yeah, that's why I'm saying I actually am a strange human being, because I'm not afraid of dying. I've never been afraid of dying. And I fear for other people dying. I fear for other people feeling pain. But when it comes to me, I don't know. I'm completely weird. I've done some very dangerous things that, if I tell you now, you think, what is wrong with this woman?
You
And
must
I'm
go
thinking,
for bungee
I'm
jumping.
nice.
I'm not trying there.
Yeah,
You
I'm
must
just
go for
now that
bungee
it's
jumping.
don't fear that.
So if you think about that suggestion where when you're building your inner strength and you are accepting things that you can't change, you see, you're giving yourself leeway there. You are substituting what you can change with something. So then you still have it. You're accepting defeat. You can't change it, but you're substituting it. So again, depending on whatever situation, you can shift your beliefs. You can shift your values. I mean, when we were growing up, we were told to put our truth under the pillow, because then we would get presents. But now that belief doesn't serve us anymore, so we have dished it. So depending on situations, depending on times and circumstances, we ditch some belief to get on and to survive and to get things going.
That's true. Did I hear this Rose say something?
I don't have anything to say. I'm just listening.
I thought I had to say something. Does anybody else have anything to say? Or any questions?
We done so well for time. Look at that.
Yeah, that's quite good. I'm actually realizing if you have somebody monitoring time when you're talking, it helps you to stay in check. Like we were doing. Normally we just go in like freestyle, or is it free fall? So it ends up time seeming like it's gone very fast, but because we just go in with the flow, it looks that way. But when you're actually holding people to time, you cover a whole lot more. When you're holding people accountable, you're covering a whole lot more, which is actually good. I think we should do more of that in our Zooms now.
Oh. Much appreciate everybody.
Is Kerry okay? Because it seems like she's dropped off. All right.
I'm just resting.
She's still there. I think she's dozing. Yeah, she was lying on the bed or something. Yeah, there she is. Okay, cool.
Oh, the camera is in the ceiling. Mhm.
Yeah.
Do you have any comments, Kerry?
No, just been listening to you guys now. I haven't got anything to say. Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right.
So we can do a health check.
Yeah. Well, we've done Kerry.
Yeah.
She's sleepy.
Eating some cake and it's made me really sleepy.
Carbohydrate.
I'm all right.
Yes.
I'm tired. These days I'm just tired nonstop. But I'm still active even in that tiredness. I don't know. I'm like a machine. I don't want to switch me off.
Keep going.
I just keep
I
going.
am good. Yeah. I am good. I just did painting of radiators and they came out really well. I'm proud of myself.
Nice. Oh, Carrie helped me with packing yesterday. And she told me about packing on one area. That has really helped me. I was all over the place. I was going in the kitchen and then going in the bedroom and then going in the living room. And I was just like all over the place. And I said, let's focus on one area. And how quick we did the kitchen was like, I was like, wow. If I had been doing it this way, I should have finished packing ages ago. So now I'm
a couple of boxes sorted.
I'm almost done with the packing now.
Yeah. Do you still need me to help you with the tip?
Yes, I still need help to take things to the, what do you call it? To the tip. Yeah, definitely.
Household work.
Let me know when you want me there and I'll come and help you.
I'm available really, except for maybe late afternoon Tuesday into Wednesday, because I have to go to Wales.
Probably help you on Monday then, but I don't know whether it'll be open bank holiday Monday. You'd have to check.
Or is it bank holiday Monday?
Yeah, I think
It
so.
is, yeah.
I didn't even realize. I'll check that. I'll check that. I had a few things that I wanted to put out there. I'm trying to remember them. Okay, one, we need to have a separate call regarding the project. I'm not sure who is interested in it and who is not. Okay, so Sister is interested. Althea, you told me you're interested before. Moshed is interested. I'm interested.
I'm interested.
You're interested. So I think what I'll say is maybe we can put a time when we can have a Zoom and have a discussion about it. If you are not sure if you're interested or not, and you think maybe the information given will help you to decide, then you can join the Zoom as well.
Good
But
idea.
if you're already certain you can't join in, that is fine. Along the way, we will be sharing. The thing about it is because it's online, even if you decide later on that you want to join in, you're also okay to join in. We might not be able to add the name to them, but learning is learning, isn't it? You still can join in The Zoom that we're going to be using is this one because it's unlimited. So you could still join from wherever you are when we are doing these the classes. But I think if you attend the Zoom and get the specifications, I'm gonna read the letter that they've sent and the agreement that they've sent. Then you have a better understanding what this is actually about. And then you can decide whether you want to join or not. The other thing that I wanted to talk about was the calendar thing, and Althea has volunteered to manage the calendar. And the other thing that I wanted to talk about is next week I'm moving, and I hate moving. I'm in love with the reason why I'm moving, but I actually hate the actual moving. And it will probably take me about a week or so, or two maybe, to unpack the basics. So I might not be very much in touch with the group. And I really would like to ask people to keep the group going, to keep a flow of conversations and sharing, like Rose shared what she's doing. I really like that. People getting in touch with themselves, loving what you do, loving what skills you've been given.
My
And
phone
you know,
down, Farry. Sorry, my battery's gonna. My battery's about to go on my phone.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh,
I think for now we just are doing just general really. So if it drops off, the rest of the information you'll see it on the group. I think Moshe dropped as well, actually. The other thing I wanted to talk about, what was it? Oh yeah, it was that the last meeting we had, I had said I was going to talk to Teresa about her reading her piece from the book. She has said she would really love to do that. And she's also said she's gonna talk to the other people who wrote stories in that same book so that they can be there to, like, you know, like what Moshe did. We discussed how we received the message, what we thought the message was about, but then have them explain where they were coming from in their story. Because we learned that actually we don't always see the same story the same way. So she's gonna talk to some of the writers. If they agree, she'll then give us the names and we can decide where to slot them. And as well, she said she would like to write a piece about us, about Phoenix empty nesters on their website and what we're doing, provided you all happy with it, with that happening. And she says then that will actually give you exposure to people knowing about you. And then maybe you can have more people joining in. But she would like us to say, yes, that's okay. And she's also going to ask their media, whatever, one that does their stories on their website, I can't remember her name, for her to say, oh, yes, it's fine or not. But she said she's almost certain she would love that because we have read their publication. This book, they published the book. So she's happy that it's actually been picked as an activity. What was the other thing? I think that's it really. And we've confirmed 14th of September. We are being hosted by Althea.
Shrewsbury.
We will need to discuss.
Hosted by me. Guys, if there's anything that you'd like me to do, because I didn't know I was the host. I was gonna be a host. If there's anything you'd like me to do or prepare, please let me know.
I think just you being there to guide us. We'll
Yeah.
probably have
Yeah.
to discuss on the group
Mhm.
whether we're going to bring and share or whether we're gonna go. Is there a coffee shop or something?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's quite a lot of coffee shops in the town. Quite a lot of coffee shops. But I was thinking that if the weather is good, we could just come stop by me and we could do something in the back garden.
Yeah, yeah. That I've seen your garden. I'd love that actually, personally.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Oh, sorry, the pumpkin died when I was away.
Oh,
Yeah. I
maybe
just
it will come.
I just
Maybe
have the beans left and I'm growing a yam.
do you know I've got
Yum.
Yeah.
pumpkins. We have them here. If you
Hmm?
want them, I've got pumpkin seeds.
No, I've got loads of pumpkin seeds.
All right. I wanted to try them in the backyard, but then there's a lot of squirrels there, so I was like, that would be a waste of time, really. Because I
Mhm.
tried vegetables and they didn't last at all.
Oh,
Yeah, I guess really we're done, I think. Does anybody
Yeah.
else have anything that she wants to tell us? Moshe
What
said
shall
you
what
were,
shall we do next week? Shall we read a book or what? We might as well discuss.
oh yeah.
Has anybody else got anything that they would like to read?
Mm.
My book.
Anything
Yeah,
interesting?
Yeah.
we could read a book, but maybe a different book.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
My book.
Auntie Kat?
Yes, Auntie Catherine.
I'll read my book.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
can screenshot the section that we're going to read and put
Mm.
them on the group so that we can do what we were doing before, who reads from where to where to where to where. So if you screenshot the pages
Mm.
of what we're going to read on that day, how many pages we're going to read on that day, and then put them on the WhatsApp group so people are prepared.
Yeah.
I'll just change that flyer to say, next weekend we are doing book reading, and
Okay.
we are reading. What's the name of the book again? The Girl Child, is it?
Yeah.
Superpower of a Girl Child.
The Power of the
I
Girl
read
Child.
it.
Can it be more than one thing? Because after the book reading, what can we do? Oh, so you
To
want to show your
discuss.
sewing, your clothes making or something?
Sorry.
Actually, thinking that Sister Rose maybe one day can do a 2
Yeah.
hour. Our session is 2 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 hour thing and showcase what she's doing.
Yeah.
I would really like that. She can maybe pick an item to make,
Yeah.
something that she can make quick, and then she can show us via
Yeah.
video doing it. And if people
Yeah.
have questions and comments and stuff like that, then we can ask her. Who knows?
Absolutely.
It might become a hobby for someone.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Cool.
Are you okay with that, Sister Rose?
She's gone again, like last week.
Good.
Our
She's
sister.
muted. Yeah. But
Oh, yes, I okay with that.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Okay.
Yes.
So we'll discuss date on the WhatsApp group when you would like to do it, and we'll slot it onto the calendar. Oh, that's really good. Hopefully I'll be settled in my place. I have a new sewing machine that I don't know how to use.
You can do some craft in the craft next, Barry.
So when
Yeah.
you do your demonstration, I'll be watching from my sewing machine, knowing you can do that. You can go from there to there to there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Good
Okay.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Fantastic.
I think for now,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're done.
'Cause-
Yeah.
Thank you guys, because I'm gonna have to start doing supper
Yeah.
for
Oh,
my
yeah.
kid.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you, Tsitsi. This was
you.
lovely.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tsitsi. Thank you.
Thank you, DC.
I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
See ya.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.
Cheers.